In darkened rooms like these, members of one of the world's most secret organizations reflect on the fleeting nature of life and their own mortality. To such men, these are all potent symbols of transformation. In chambers of reflection, the skull reminds them that flesh will one day decay. The hourglass shows the relentless power of time. The scythe is for what nature gives and takes away. And the unlit candle represents the waking of man from ignorant slumber. This clandestine group believes that we live in a modern dark age and that they hold the key to human liberation through enlightenment. Using ancient wisdom, they can unleash truly awesome powers in the human mind. Welcome to the world of the Freemasons. Or at least, that's what one of the world's best-selling authors would have us believe. Thank you, Alice. Welcome to the world of Dan Brown's Lost Symbol. The Lost Symbol is Dan Brown's latest thriller. Set in Washington, D.C., it's a high-octane chase across the city in search of the lost wisdom of the ancients. Brown serves up his signature dish of mystic symbolism, intrigue, kidnapping and murders, with a healthy side order of radical science and a quest for superhuman power. Only this time, it's the Freemasons who are in the spotlight. As usual with his thrillers, it's all a bit over the top. So just as I did with the Da Vinci Code, I'm going to take this one with a tiny pinch of salt. After all, it is a novel, except it makes a quite extraordinary claim near the front. It says, all organisations in this novel exist, all rituals, science, artwork and monuments in this novel are real. But is that really true? Do Freemasons really drink blood out of a skull? Are there ancient secrets that turn men into gods? Can you really move objects through the power of thought alone? Can you actually weigh a human soul? Oh, I'm going to enjoy this one. The Lost Symbol is all about the Freemasons. The book kicks off with a sinister-sounding initiation ceremony. Washington's most senior Freemason is violently kidnapped, the bad guys trying to steal powerful Masonic secrets, and cryptologist Robert Langdon is sucked into the sordid affair, running through creepy reflection chambers and mysterious Masonic temples on a desperate mission to crack codes and save his friend's life. But the strange thing is, on reading the book, you discover that Dan Brown absolutely loves Masons. He thinks they're the most trustworthy people in the world, which is just as well, because they are the guardians of a secret ancient knowledge. They hold the key to mysterious powers, which, if they fell into the wrong hands, would be incredibly dangerous. According to Brown, this secret ancient knowledge can unlock godlike powers that lie dormant within us. But only a handful of people can do this, those who are deemed worthy. This is really powerful stuff. And if it's true, as Dan Brown says it is, then I really ought to get in on it. Thank you. I've come to the United Grand Lodge of England. It's the oldest Masonic lodge in England. Here's my first surprise. The doors aren't locked and bolted. I can walk straight in. No passwords, nothing. I'm immediately struck by ancient-looking symbols. Upstairs, I come face to face with my first Freemason.
Tenny, welcome to Freemasons Hall.
Thank you very much. You know, that feels just like an ordinary handshake.
Tenny, that's exactly what it is. It's a perfectly normal handshake.
I'm slightly disappointed by that. So you're not going to threaten me with death if I divulge any of your secrets?
Not at all.
Can I see the chamber of reflection?
There is no such room here.
Oh, no? So Dan Brown got it just a little bit wrong?
He did.
Come show me around.
With pleasure. This is one of our lodge rooms. It's very typical.
If I was about to be initiated in this room, what would happen? Would you be blindfolded?
You are blindfolded when you first come in, because you're coming from the darkness into the light. You're being born, if you like.
Dan Brown says that you swear an oath that says that you won't give away any Masonic secrets, and that if you break them, all sorts of horrible things will happen to you.
Well, that's entirely historical, and they were purely symbolic in the old days anyway.
I'm almost embarrassed to ask this. Do you really roll a trouser leg up?
The answer to that is yes, we do.
Really?
On the first ceremony.
Why?
This is, again, symbolic, that when you were working in the quarries, you had to roll it up to show the state of your leg, because if it was diseased or weak, then you wouldn't have the strength to work in the quarry. Now, the key thing to note is that's the only time, and we don't walk around with our trouser legs rolled up.
Medieval stonemasonry is the source of the symbols, rituals and language of Freemasonry today. It's also the root of much of its secrecy. Once the builders of fabulous castles and cathedrals, stonemasons were considered to be masters of a magical art. They were important members of society, answerable to kings and bishops, and the skills they passed on to their apprentices were jealously guarded. In a period of mass illiteracy, it's likely an elaborate system of secret handshakes and passwords identified members of the stonemason fraternity. It's thought that the very first Masonic groups evolved out of stonemasons' guilds, eventually dropping the artisan element but maintaining the secret rituals. And stone carving tools are used to express their moral philosophy today. This is the compass, do you call this?
Yes, this shows the unerring and impartial justice of the Almighty.
And that?
This square teaches us all about morality.
What's it all about? What's it for?
Friendship. The joy for me is that our members can all meet together in harmony and equality.
These are hardly the secrets of the ancients Dan Brown's on about. I'm not convinced Nigel's telling me everything.
These doors are absolutely fantastic.
What do the pictures mean?
This is depicting the building of King Solomon's temple.
Solomon's temple, built in stone and a biblical icon. I must be close. What's inside?
It's a most beautiful room. If any time there's going to be the wow factor, this will be it.
Oh, I'm wowed. This theme continues inside. The overly elaborate ceiling is covered in figures and symbols from the ancient world. It's also Campus Shirley Bassey, isn't it?
Yes. This is where people who are getting a Masonic rank actually get invested with that rank.
Surrounded by all this ancient iconography.
It's all about wisdom, beauty, knowledge.
Are you avoiding telling me what it means?
I'm not avoiding anything at all. There are no secrets.
But Dan Brown says that you guys are the guardians of ancient knowledge and wisdom.
Sadly, we're not.
You promise me?
I promise you.
Well, it all seemed pretty open and honest in there, but disappointing, really. There are little secrets and rituals there, but they're all medieval, just a bit of play acting, not ancient at all. And as for Nigel, well, he hardly fills you with shock and dread, does he? He's more like the keeper to the stationery cupboard than the keeper to any ancient mysteries. To be fair to Dan Brown, though, he didn't write his book about this country, he wrote it about the US. And maybe, if the Masons did have any ancient knowledge, they took it over there with them. I think I better go and find out. Taxi!